What is up guys, Troy here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a PS2 Laser Ultimate Guide. Now basically I'm going to go through different things that you need in order to clean the laser, and how to replace the laser, that kind of stuff. Basic questions that you might have, I'll list it all in the description, I'll see what I can do. I'm not a professional, not an engineer, so I'm just going to do basically whatever I can to help you guys out. And yeah, I mean, hopefully this will work for you too, so let's get started. Alright, so first things we're going to need, I have a couple little screwdrivers here, very tiny, very small. Let's put them up to the camera here. Very tiny screwdrivers. I've got a Torx 15 screwdriver, you can see it here, T15 USA Torx, and this Torx is the little star head. You can tell it's not the same as one of these, which is a normal Phillips head screwdriver, which is a little beaten up, but it does the job just fine. Okay, so we're just going to jump right into it here. So this is my console. This is specifically the one that we're going to be working on today, and it is here you can see model 3001R. Now that does make a difference in terms of what you're going to be able to put inside of it in terms of laser if you need to go to the extreme step and replace the laser completely. So first what we're going to do is open it up. Now I always start, you don't really need to necessarily, depends on what you're doing, but I just take the expansion bay out if I can. Sometimes it's tough. Let's get it out. So I take a little one of my screwdrivers, just pop it out. There we go. Okay. And then this, you're going to flip it over. Well, first, you might have an issue with, depending on the unit, you might have a sticker here. You're going to have to get that off. And it says void, yeah, it's 2017, your warranty is void anyway. So, there you go. Anyway, alright, so we're going to flip it over now. Allow me to give you a better look here. So we're going to have a couple screws we're taking out. We're taking out screws in this corner, here, 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 and here. So let me take off the little covers. I use the little screwdriver here again to help pop off some of them. With the little rubber feet, they go on back just the same, and you can just pop them back into their spots. Don't worry, you might break it, to be honest, if you use too much force. But it's not that big of a deal. Just the little rubber pieces here to be taken out. Alright, and to remove these, you're going to want to use your Phillips head. So you're just going to take it out. They are different lengths screws. This is the long one in here. The long screws are in these four. And then the shorter ones over here, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive. See, long one. I mean, these are going to come out easy for me because I have the proper tool and I've opened this console so many times. So that one's a pain to get out. So we're just gonna, there we go. Oh. There we go. See? These four screws came out of these four holes. Okay. Now we are going to take out these. These might be long as well. No. See, these are the short ones. So we're going to keep these to the left over here. Alrighty. You can speed this up if you want to, or I may do that in the editing, but I prefer videos that are longer because I like seeing every step. Personally, because before I knew how to do this, I was looking it up on YouTube just like everybody else. So let's see if we can't get this out of here by just flipping it over, because they're unscrewed. There we go. Okay, so now we've got all of our screws undone. Perfect. This part, the bottom part, is now disconnected from the top. The console is fully done all you need to do. right? But you need to be careful. Okay, the way that the fat PlayStation 2s, this is specific to fat PlayStation 2s, but you need to be careful with slim ones as well, because they are also a hassle to undo. The power button here is a ribbon connected to the top part. We are removing the top cover from the bottom cover, so you need to be very careful. You need to pull from the back, loosen the back of the console here, loosen the back. You need to pull up at an angle and then push it this way, off. I've done it before, so it's easier. So we're gonna lift and then pull towards the camera, and then lift to the right, and then we're gonna place. Here, I got my screws in here. I'm gonna place it down like so, and as you can see, as I said before, there's a power ribbon. This ribbon is connected under the laser, and it would be a real pain to get out. Okay, so now this is what we've got. Okay, this is the laser. This right here is the disc tray. You should know of it, but mine's broken off with a little PlayStation part. It's not decorative, but it works just the same. Over here, this is our power supply, our fan, our controller, memory ports, all in the same spot. But we're mainly going to focus on this here. So, this is our laser unit. This is the little magnet that helps hold the disc in place when spinning. You want to make sure that when you're putting it on, it's on the right way and facing this way up. You can't put it on wrong. It just doesn't work. So now to remove this, we have 3 screws. We're taking this little cover off because this is like the unit itself. So we have a screw right here, and right here. Yeah, and here. We have 4 screws technically. I only have 3 screws in there at the second. I just may have lost them. I use this tiny flathead. They're technically Phillips head screws, but my tiny flathead gets the job done, and I can open it up just as easily. So we're going to take these off. I do recommend having all the screws in there. I have another screw somewhere. I've just opened this up so many times, and I've kind of been clumsy about it, not even know why. Alright, so now this is off. Now we can take this little cover piece off. There we go. And this just slides off. This is what this looks like. Perfectly fine to mess about. Don't worry about distorting things. You can even take it out if you need to replace this. If you find that your discs or this is just damaged, you just pry it out using... You can just pry it off. Because all that's holding it in are these 3 clips here. So that's fine. We're going to set this aside. And this is what we're left with. We are left with your laser setup. So this right here is the disc tray, as you can tell. And yeah, we are going to first remove the tray that holds the disc in so that we can have better access to the laser. Now how we do that is it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if we can put flash on. Here we go. There are 2 screws here. We're removing them. So let's do that currently. Sorry, you have to see the grimy PS2 system. These are the same type of screws as the ones that hold on the cover for the laser assembly. So here we go. Alrighty. So now we can we lift. You're going to want to lift the part that's hooked on the corner, like so, and you're going to want to pull it straight out towards you. Let me see if I have myself enough room here. There we go. Okay. So now we have that out. And to put it back on, I'll show you right now, because I don't know if I'll finish that in the future. What we're going to do is you want to angle to the right, get it hooked, and then hook the back left corner. And then you're going to want to place this down and get it hooked on and screw it back in, because this is what lets it drag it in and out like that. So let's go in and out. If you do that wrong, see how I'm pulling and it locks? If you put it in the wrong way, that's what will happen. So to fix that, you kind of just have to get it to the fullest extent here as it's ejected. And you gotta put it back in. Make it just like this. Yeah, we'll fix that later. Anyway, alrighty. So now that that's off, we have our main laser assembly here. So it might look daunting, don't worry about it. This is our laser right here. It slides back and forth. As you can tell, there's a grinding sound. That's because this is wrong. I just ordered a new one. But what we're going to do here is switch to this camera. Here we go. Okay, so now what we have to do, and it might be a little glary, I apologize. What we're going to do is you can see that there are two metal bars, right? Held in by these screws. That is what the laser is sliding on, okay? To remove that, we're going to take those off. But first, I'm going to offer a solution here for cleaning, okay? What's going to happen if you would like to clean the laser is we would like to take something like a Q-tip. I have one, here we go. I'm going to take a Q-tip, just your average Q-tip, nothing special about it, and you will take some isopropyl alcohol, I think that's how you say it, isopropyl, anyway, doesn't matter, some 90% alcohol, preferably, because you want there to be less water content, that's the reason why, and you're just going to want to like rub on the laser. It's okay to put some pressure on it, it's okay if it moves, do not be freaked out, perfectly fine. And then that's it, wait for it to dry, and then you cleaned it pretty much. Continue this process if you think that it helped a little bit. Just look for dust and particles from the Q-tip itself. Alright, so that's it if you want to clean it, that's really all you have to do. But we're going to continue the process for taking it out. So what we're going to do now is we're back to the same little screwdriver arm here, and we're going to take out these two screws. So I'm just going to loosen them. There we go. Okay, so they're both loosened now. Now we have screw number 1 and screw number 2. These are specific though, because they have this very flat head here that you can tell are specific to this. Those are not interchangeable with the other stuff. Like the others I have in a little pile here, but these are specific. So now we can pull, if you move it to the back and lift up, we now have access to the laser. Now these little, I'm sorry, you're out of frame. Here, let's put it in wide mode. There you go. Okay, I'm just gonna zoom in on this part here. So now we can slide out the two bars we have. These are different lengths. The longer one goes on the right side. I mean, if you put it in wrong, like there's no way that you can, simply because it's just impossible for it to go in correctly. Alright, now we're going to angle you here, guys. Okay, so now you just have the laser connected to this ribbon here. And it's kind of a daunting task, thinking, wow, look at this laser. But we will make do. Okay, so what we have here, let's put it like that. Okay, so what we have here is our laser setup. Now to disconnect the ribbon, I suggest taking your little screwdriver, and there's these little black pieces on both sides of the ribbon. You're going to want to push down on both sides, see, to the point where it's loosened. See how it comes out? And you just pull, wiggle it until it comes off. Don't be afraid to hurt it, the ribbon's fine, just don't pull too hard now. It's the same way goes for putting it back in. You want to put it on the right side, of course. So this side is just white, and this is not white. So the not white side faces up. You slide it in as far as you feel like it can go, and then you push the black closed. So we're not going to push it closed. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now this is our laser. Now this one is my new laser. This is the one that I just bought for this console. This is as you can tell, it's a Sony made laser, and it says, let's see if we can read it. It was on there a second ago. KHS 400C Sony laser. Okay, this is exactly what you get, except for the guide arm. It does not come with a guide arm. I bought mine for a couple bucks, and it didn't come with a guide arm. It was like, I think it was $6, free shipping, so not terrible. But it does not come with one of these. I had to buy one of these separately, and I spent $6 because this does not work. Okay, I'm going to show you why here in a second. So what happens is this rod here is what spins, and this moves, is connected to the grooves and spins up and down as the laser goes, right? So it goes like this, up and down as this spins. But these teeth here, the ones that are like black from the grease, are not gripping properly. Therefore, this can cause a grinding sound and an issue with reading discs, as your disc may be spinning, but this is not going anywhere. So that can be a main issue. So what you want to do with that is you can A, go online and order a new one of these like I did, or B, you can try to, if you have the original plastic one, which you can do, is take it and try to just bend it downwards, like that. But there's an issue of breaking it, and I did that. I literally left it taped down at an angle like this for a couple days, literally days, and it just went back to its normal position. So it doesn't always work, but this is what it'll look like. If you buy this replacement laser, and I will have a link to it in the description, there will be an anti-soldering joint. Now, that is it'll be a little ball, a little silver ball, right? And it will be right here is where it was located on mine, okay? You don't necessarily need soldering iron for this, because mine was able to just come right off, like, very easily. I know it's a little daunting, but literally I was able to take my finger and pick it off because it was so tall that I had enough leverage on it. Not all of them are like that. And I have one for a Xbox 360 that I'm not even able to take off because I don't have a soldering iron. So once you get that, if you do not remove the soldering ball, it will not work. It will not get power. So anyway, so once you have your laser out and you have this attached, and all this is literally a single screw. The screw comes out, and that's all that's holding this in. So that's not even a task that I'll need to perform, because that's very simple. To put it back in, I'm going to follow the same little set of tasks here. We're going to go open up both sides here. We're going to put it back in. Then we're going to close the two black sides. Okay. Simple enough. Okay, let's see here. Let's put you a wide load because I can't do this with my hand here. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is you take the shorter of the arrows, the bars. You're gonna slip it right here and lay it in position. Right. Then you're gonna put this part is open, so you can just slip it in there. Then you're gonna take the other one, put it through the two holes. I recommend doing that first. Through the two holes, and voila. Now the laser is sitting. Make sure that this part is aligned with the teeth correctly so that it can slide back and forth. See, hear the sound? That's how I know that mine's bad. That's how I know that this isn't properly connecting. This should just be pushing down when I apply force. It should just be moving, but it doesn't do that. Okay. Also, an issue is you could need to lubricate it. White lithium grease is a good thing to use to lubricate it if you're having issues, but I'm not sure you're having issues. Also, lubricate the metal bars if they're dry. It just helps with sliding. Just helps with basic issues, basically. It's not anything special there. So we're going to put the little circular screws from before back in their little positioning here, and get our little tiny screwdriver I mean, and we're just gonna one-handedly spin it in. You want to get them tight, you don't want this to move around. Another thing that you could possibly do if all of this stuff still didn't work, well, I mean, honestly, if you got a new laser and a new guiding arm, this is what they're called if you're trying to research them or trying to buy one off eBay or whatever. A laser guiding arm is what works. Make sure that you get the one with the same screw hole that matches your unit. I feel like it's safer to buy one of these first and then buy the guide arm so that you make sure you know. What you will need is this right here is the angle at which the laser rests, and to adjust it, that's where the Torx comes in. So you will place the Torx in the little white thing and you can just spin it, and if you notice as I spin it, see the angle changes. I try to leave it at its stationary angle, which is with the little, like, once you get it to the point, you can see once you raise it all the way up and it clicks, I tend to leave it there. I'm pretty sure that's how it was at factory, but I could be wrong. Check out any other sources on that. I could totally be wrong, but that's another thing that could possibly help. Also, what's called pot tweaking, but I don't have the skills or equipment to do that, so I'm gonna stop that. Basically, all that does, if you're interested, is it adjusts the power that the laser emits, or like the power of the laser itself, so you can make it stronger or weaker. I'm pretty sure that you're not going to want to make it weaker, but I'm pretty sure that's the concept there. Anyway, alright, so now that we got our laser fully connected in with the ribbon and the guide arm aligned properly, which doesn't matter for me anyway because I'm buying a new one, we can now put our disc tray back in. Alright, I'm back. I got it. So what you do now is, once you have this out, right, you're going to make sure that this is all the way to the right. Okay? So then once you place it in, just like I said before, I had it right. I just couldn't be sure because it wasn't plugged in, but I just plugged it in and tested it. So you just want to get it to the point where this is clearly angled downwards, if you can tell. It's not level. Like, this comes up more to catch the disc, and that's it. So then you get your little screws here and place them back in the side of the case right here, like 1 and 2, if I can get it. Okay, then you take your tiny screwdriver and you secure it in there. I want to make sure those are in good. Okay, now that's perfectly fine. It won't go. It won't pull it out when you try it like right now, but once you turn it on, it'll know what it's doing. If not, just repeat the process. It'll be fine. Next, you just take your cover, and as I said before, I only have 2 of the screws here. We're going to put 1 on each corner, actually. So we're going to put 1 here. If I can get it in. Come on, buddy. Struggling. Okay, so got 1 there, and then we're going to put 1 in the corner. You still have, again, we still have the 1, 2, 3, and 4. But that's fine. Then I'm going to show you how to close it up, and then we should put the last couple screws on the bottom, and that'll be it for this video. I know it's been a long one, but I hope to answer many of your questions, if not all of them. So now what we're going to do for this is you're going to pull it back, make sure it stays close, right? And you're going to put it on reverse, right? So we're going to make sure that we go down, be sure to get everything lined up properly. You can tell by the holes of the controller port that you're lined up. I don't have the little, as I said in the video before, I don't have the little like aesthetic part in the tray, so we're just gonna do that. And then you just want to push down. If everything's lined up, it should be an easy fit. You can tell that everything's good there. So yeah, then we just flip it over, put it the same way that it was before. And remember, we're going to put in the 4 longer screws on the right, and you can just drop them in for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can put in the tiny ones. Not tiny necessarily, but the smaller ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to screw all these in here. If you feel like you're doing it wrong or the console doesn't line up properly, I'd make sure that you check inside that anything that you took out with the disc tray is lined up properly, and that you closed it properly as well. These screws, the longer ones generally give you a little bit more resistance going in. The first couple turns are okay, and then it wants you to get more resistance. You can hear it closing up as the plastic grips back together. That means we're doing it right. And done. So now we have all 4 screws in. We can put the little expansion bay back in there if you want. If yours has a cover, if yours doesn't have a cover, it really doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But yep, you can tell that everything is flush. This is where the part comes off. The top comes off around here. Check this area, make sure that everything is flush in that section. Make sure that you have clear access to your memory card ports and your controller ports. That's something that commonly gets messed up, is there's not access. And make sure that your disc tray itself here is in working order. So that is it, guys. That's everything I have for you on lasers and laser repair. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you learned something. Hope I was able to help with your repair. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see my other videos, I do game pickup videos. Like, I go to like flea markets and thrift stores, and I buy video games, and for like old consoles like PS2, it's my favorite, and I talk about them and how much I paid and all that, and I do gameplays as well. So if you want to see any of that type of stuff, please feel free to let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.